welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is a bit late in January to be wrapping up 2024, but I thought better late than never. I think I didn't do a wrap up last year for 2023 because we were in the midst of a lot in last January, and I thought I would do a quick one, to wrap up 2024 and talk about my plans for 2025. And it's nice to look back and look ahead, so that's what I'm doing. So 2024 was a good reading year. It wasn't so good on booktube because I think it was probably my year with the lowest engagement since I started, but generally a reading year. It was really good. So I read over 100 books. When I started doing the wrap up, it was just before the end of the year, and I was back home in Canada and I was reading a lot, so technically I think it's a bit more than 100 books, but I sort of stopped counting at that point. I read from 28 authors from 28 different countries, which I'm quite pleased with, even though it's lower than in other years. So I think I could do better with that. And here's some little stats from a Storygraph that I always love. So the first one is that my top genres were literary, contemporary, romance, memoir, and historical. That tracks in terms of like the kind of stuff that I look for and sort of dig into, especially because a lot of my reading was for the Women's Prize for Fiction and Nonfiction, and then I read some for the Booker. So yeah, that makes sense. My average rating was 3.7 stars. I'm trying to be more generous with my rating. I used to be like, this is an okay book, 3 stars. But I'm trying to be a bit like, look, if I enjoyed it a bit more and it's potentially not brilliant book, but I enjoyed it, I'll go for a 4. And I'm trying to be a bit like that. But yeah, I think it tracks 3.7 because I read some books that I was a bit less interested in, and I read some brilliant books, so 3.7 is good. And the split in terms of fiction and nonfiction was 73% fiction and 27 nonfiction, which I think is great because I usually look for like a 75-25 average, and it was just a little higher in terms of nonfiction, which is great. And I think that's definitely helped by the Women's Prize for Nonfiction, so big win there, yay. And I read 46% print books, 10% digital books, and 44 audiobooks. And that's really good because I think it sort of has a split. The actual reading versus listening split was like higher for reading, which I think is good. That's what I've been trying to do, reduce a little bit my audio listening. I think one of my goals is to read a bit less in 2024, and I was trying to pick up just audios for no reason or just to have something playing a bit less. So I think it shows in this kind of reading. 10% digital is low, and I was really not feeling like my tablet and like reading on my phone or anything like that this year, so that's why it's so low. We'll see how we go this year. In terms of goal, I had, I think, only 4 goals. The first one was to read only 60 to 70 books. I was like, I don't want to read as much as I can. I want to read less and a bit more, kind of take my time. I did read over 100, so I did not accomplish this goal, but it is fewer books than 2023, so that's good. Realized that maybe having a minimum was not good because I think I hit that in like September, and then I could not just stop reading, right? One of my goals was also to read exclusively from marginalized background and like people of color and from around the world and different backgrounds and stuff like that. And I mostly did it. I was trying to be very conscious in how I was doing that. I did read 2 books by cis straight white men, or like of my knowledge anyway, and I think the 2 they were basically me finishing books I started in 2023, so I sort of was like, that's fine. The first one was actually Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. I started in 2023, so just wanted to finish it. And the second one was The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. Another one of my goals was to read 4 big books, and I was kind of in my plan of reading kind of fewer books, but like maybe chunkier books. And I only did 2 out of 4. So obviously I read Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, and I also reread The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Really enjoyed that. But I did not touch The Luminaries at all. We'll see when I get to it. Maybe this year? Who knows? Who knows? Not me. And also I did start Tomb of Sand by Gitanjali Shri, but I did not get very far, and then I didn't bring it with me to Canada to finish it in 2024. So yeah, I might restart it this year, and then I really want to read it. I'm a little bit intimidated by this book, but I really need to read it. Another one of my goals is to continue posting on BookTube twice a month, maybe back to once a week. Definitely did not manage that. I think in 2024 was one of the busiest year for me and my husband, like ever. We traveled a lot. We renovated our house. We had so much going on, work, PhD, everything. I continued my reading because that's something like self-care and that's at home, but participating in like live videos and commenting and watching and posting even, I really struggled with all of that. But you know, I tried to listen to the time I had and to myself. So I'm also happy that I didn't just go overboard just because. So overall, a really good year of reading, generally. But yeah, I'm hoping 2025 I can get back into a bit of a rhythm. So we'll see. I have made 10 goals. I love a goal. I've been trying to have fewer goals, but I thought I would write them, all of the stuff down that I'm sort of hoping to do. So I want to continue posting, but if it's twice a month, I'll be happy, you know. Like, I'm just gonna be happy to try to have videos coming out every month, so that'll be good. 2 is I want to continue to read diversely, and also number 3 is to read consciously. So picking a book that I want to read and sort of going with it, and you know, making those choices. So that's what I want to do. Sometimes I think because I was so overwhelmed in 2024, I was just picking up, especially audiobooks, something to like fill my brain. So yeah. Unsurprisingly, my goal number 4 is to follow the women's prizes for fiction and nonfiction this year again. I really enjoyed that last year, and so I want to do that again. You know, I really just love it. Goal number 5 is to actually participate in the plot along with Charlie and Jama, and they've reached out already, so I'm very keen. Hopefully it works out with my schedule and everything. So that'd be really good. And also I want to watch them, and I want to like contribute to the discussion as well. Goal number 6 is that I want to continue reading across Canada. I think it's been really great to do that last year. I don't think I managed all the provinces, but you know, I read lots, like 25 to 30 books or something last year from Canadian writers. So that was really good. I have a video coming up with 12 books that I want to read, so look out for that. The Reading Across Canada Challenge is hosted by Jolene from Bookworm Adventure Girl, so I'll be posting like the channels below, because also goal number 7 is to participate in the Read Good Challenge, which is hosted by Ben Reads Good. So I don't think I'll have a video for that, I'm not sure yet, but I'll be participating in the background of that. Another video that will be coming up though is that I want to read from 12 new to me countries. So I sort of went through my list again. So I've picked up 12 countries and 12 books. So I'll be making a video soon about that. Goal number 9 is that, well, shockingly, in 2024, I read no authors from South America or from Latin backgrounds. So yeah, that's shameful. I think it's the only region I did not read from last year. So in 2025, I decided to participate in the Read Latin Challenge, Read Latin Lit Challenge. And this is, I think, hosted on Instagram, but yeah, I'm gonna be participating and talking about it on YouTube as well. So I don't know yet if I'll have a video about it, but you know, I'll be discussing across the year. And finally, the last goal that I have is that I want to participate in the hashtag Read My Shelf 2025 challenge, which is also that I found through Instagram, but I'm sure they're all over YouTube as well. But this challenge particularly is to read 16 books that you own, and I think I achieve that every year, so that's fine. But I'm going to try to do that, and I'm going to try to limit the kind of amount of books that I buy, but that's not on the list, okay? That's not part of my goals. So let's not pretend that I'm gonna really follow through with that. So this is how my 2024 went, and how I hope my 2025 will go, amongst other plans in my life, obviously, but in terms of reading and YouTube. I look forward to finding out what you're up to this year, like what are big plans that you have or books that you want to read, and let me know if there's anything that you'd be looking forward to see on my channel as well. I would be really keen to find out. So thank you for watching this video and, you know, supporting me. As always, if it's, you know, if you like it, leave a thumbs up and follow my channel for more book content. And as always, thank you and hezivak. Bye.